Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar and this is Galacticare Strategy and Tactics Quick Tip. So today we're going to look at the diagnosis room. As with the 2-point, the diagnosis room is the cornerstone of any good hospital, and its construction is probably one of the most important and has the most far-reaching effects. So let's take a look here. It is mercifully very cheap, but you will probably be building more of these rooms than anything else. So getting them right is an important thing. Now, minimum size 3x3, fair enough. However, first things first, if you give it 3 tiles extra, it will officially gain the label of spacious. And that's important, both if you have a doctor working in there and also one of the races actually has their opinion formed of you based on the number of spacious rooms you have dotted throughout the hospital. So more spacious rooms, more happiness. So it is always good to make it spacious if you're able to. As far as the door goes, I like to put it here on the end, although you can always do it on the side here, but just always make it one away from the corner. The reason being is because of this, the diagnosis desk. You want to be able, you can place it right in front of the door, and in fact you want to, because that will minimize any sort of walking time that the patients have to have. And then the drone readout, that's just a wall prop. It really doesn't matter. The only thing I would do is don't place it on any sides that could have a window on them, mainly because you're going to want room for a window. More on that later. So we're going to place that right here. The optional thing says add 3 unique decorations to decorate the room well. That's actually not quite enough. I've done it where you just put in 3 uniques and it doesn't necessarily give it the well decorated buff. However, I found that 5 decorations will always do the trick. And not to mention, 5 decorations is important for a different matter. There are several different races that are picky about what sort of decorations they have. Humans want ordinary decorations. The Zil want art. The Dione want plants. The Ode want curious, and the Visage want windows. So by having one of each, you make this room a positive source of that form of decoration for all of those different races. Now, you might not be far enough into the campaign to encounter some of those, but it's still a good thing to have because at the very least, it marks the room as well decorated. So let's do that. Windows, as far as these go, you can do whatever you want as far as these. I'm just going to throw that one down. For curious, again, 1 object of each. I like the open sign. Plants, we can put a row of plants here in the back. Posters, really doesn't matter which ones you grab. And then for ordinary, put like a little thing in the corner here. There you go. Beautiful. Now, the last thing that we have here is add a room upgrade. And every room can have one and exactly one upgrade. Well, not all rooms can have upgrades. So the upgrades you have to choose from is the efficiency regulator, the subsonic dampener, the technique monitor, or the holodoc emitter. Of all of the different rooms in the games, I would say that the diagnosis room is actually a good fit for the holodoc. Now, this kind of runs counter to what my advice would be in 2-point hospital, where you want your best and brightest doctor working the GP's office because otherwise your diagnostics are going to be a nightmare. Here, patients are one and done diagnosis regardless of the skill of the doctor. They only have to visit this room once. Now, they might not be happy or healthy after visiting a low skill or holographic doctor in this case, but it gets them through quickly. And I would argue that the other benefit to the holodoc is that it is 100% uptime. The doc never needs to eat, sleep, or otherwise go on break, so they will be there 24/7, constantly seeing patients, which can really help your throughput. Then save your biological doctors for all of your treatment rooms where it really counts. So that would be my suggestion for the holodoc emitter. And just in case you weren't familiar with that, you can save this as a design. The full 5 diagnosis. Save it, and as we can see, we have the spacious tag, we have the well decorated tag, and then these other tags will go away once we get them staffed. As far as the priorities go, one thing that you may want to do is some conditions have a higher danger level than others. Depending on which level you are on, you may want to give higher priority to the higher danger level conditions. That way they can make their way through your system faster and are less likely to have their patients die to the condition. Like, for example, jellification needs to hit 3 different rooms. You may want to give them priority, at least in the diagnosis, so that they can make their journey through quickly before the danger level kills the patient. But that is up to you, and also, again, very dependent on the nature of the level that you're playing here as to what patients are going to be showing up frequently. And then last but not least, if you decide to have a live doctor in here instead of that, I would generally recommend one of the odes, because while you don't really generate credits that much, you do generate a fair bit of research from that, and they can boost that research for all the different illnesses that go in there. I still think that a dedicated research lab is probably better for research, but if you need to have a biological being in here, then going for diagnosis is not a bad thing. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.